I have quite a few items. We've got a lot going on in the district, and there's a lot going on statewide. As far as construction goes, it's been hampered by the cold temperatures. We were working with contractors to see what options exist for an on-time opening, but contingencies have been made in next year's calendar. We'll talk about that. That's an agenda item down in tonight's meeting, where we have a couple of different options, and we're going to ask for approval of one of them. But with the caveat that we have the other calendar standing by if we need to utilize it in order to get inside the building. A little update, we're getting closer to being able to present you with some options for attendance zones for next year, but we're still working with our company, and those options are not yet complete. But we are working on that, and it's ongoing work. Mr. Benson is working with them on completing that task. Leadership Guthrie has chosen to begin a mentoring program for Guthrie High School students. In the first meeting, students were partnered with a mentor for lunch and participated in a team-building exercise. And then the 4th Annual Blue Jay Classic Stock Show was February 3rd. It's an event where our FFA students work with our special needs students to help them understand about the different show animals, and finally they participate in the stock show. And Mr. Ogle attended that, and I believe helped assist judge on that item as well. Said with some chuckle from the table.
Very good judge.
Hey, Gene, you can go ahead and open that door, even if there is a little bit of noise. Yeah. The next thing I wanted to update the board on is, I think you all know that we have embarked on a attendance initiative with our district attorney, Laura Austin Thomas. We have had several meetings with parents and their child with regard to improving attendance, and we have offered a lot of support and assistance to families through North Care and different agencies within our community. There are some families that have changed that behavior, and their children are now going to school, and there are some that unfortunately have not, and our district attorney has filed charges on them, criminal charges, and that is, but I can assure you that that has been the item of last resort, and this, we never want to put parents in jail. We just want their children to come to school, and that is that's, in our eyes, we can't teach them if they're not there. And that is a fundamental responsibility of being a parent, and the district attorney has been very clear on that with those parents. We thank her for her support, and it's been some work for our administrators. We appreciate their continued effort to change that behavior as well, because before they even see the district attorney, they have sat down with a building level committee, and they have discussed all of the options, and they explore things such as transportation hurdles, health hurdles, anything else that we can provide support on. There is a counselor present. Generally, the SRO is there present as well. And so before they ever get to the district attorney in a face-to-face meeting, we are working to assist them. And then when they get to the district attorney, the first meeting is to understand why the absences are occurring. And we offer counseling that is of no cost to the family through North Care. And we also, and it's generally family counseling so that we can identify the true causes. And so I think we are doing a lot, and this is the only program in the state, and we are doing a lot to try and change that behavior because that has been a problem that has been historically present in Guthrie. And so hats off to all the folks that are putting in the extra effort to try and change that behavior. The next time, every year that I've been here as superintendent, tonight is like one of the highlights of the year, because the Teacher of the Year is such a celebration of teaching. It's almost but I feel like I'm almost in a Jekyll and Hyde moment here because we had a very frustrating day at the Capitol. The vote, as I have it on this screen right now, still stands where it will not pass for funding a teacher pay raise. That's unfortunate. I'm going to editorialize for a moment that I truly believe there's a lot of politics that's gotten into the middle of this. But as I was hearing the arguments today, and I think every board member and certainly every administrator in this district will understand what I'm saying, it sounded more like the opposition to our bond issues because it just wasn't the perfect plan. And I think we all know, having gone through what we've been through, the perfect plan doesn't exist because the perfect plan for one person will naturally find flaws from another. And so finding and one of the things that I'm a true believer in, while getting elected requires one degree of understanding of government, governing requires a tremendous different degree, and it involves consensus, and it involves compromise. And unfortunately, we still have not found that at 23rd and Lincoln. And I don't editorialize about things like that very often, but when you come off the heels of watching our teachers and watching our kids celebrate their teacher, you know they deserve more than what they get. So probably better step off my soapbox before I get any deeper. Some good news, some other things that are going on that are good around the district. This Saturday, North Church has started, and it's as much Eddie Coleman as anyone. He's gathered volunteers for Operation Wipe Down, and they're going to go into all of our buildings and work to sanitize them to try and combat the flu, the influenza and the germs and everything that always happens this time of year. And I will say that Mr. Ogle has been watching our attendance, and our attendance really has not been bad for this time of year. But if we can do something to make it better and to avoid families with sickness and passing it around, we're going to take the opportunity. And hats off to our community for stepping in and doing that. A reminder that professional development will be on Monday, February 19th. We will not be in school. And I would extend an invitation to any of the board members. It will be site-based. And so you can go to a site and you can see the professional development going on. Feel free to do that. We've got good stuff at all our sites. And if you need a list of what the specific things are, Carmen Walters can provide that for you. And I think we had some discussion, at least in curriculum committee, about that as well. Another thing to put on your calendar, the band spaghetti dinner is February 22nd at the high school. That's always a fun evening because if you haven't been before, the band uses that as an opportunity to have an audience that is there for their ensembles and their solos, and students that maybe need to perform and practice in front of others. It's a great opportunity to do that. And if spaghetti's on your diet, which that night it probably will be on mine, it's good food too. So that's my report.
Well, thank you.